Hi, my name is Rachel Burrow, and I get the privilege to teach your kids 7th and 8th grade social studies, and then I teach a business elective on money management and entrepreneurship. It's such a privilege to be at Mitchell Road. I taught for 4 or 5 years before I had children, and then I stayed home with my kids for the last 8 years, and I've been at Mitchell Road for 2 years, and I'm so excited to be here. All right, in 7th grade, your students will be learning world history, and it's actually world history from the Reformation and Renaissance, so 1300s until present day. So we actually cover a really big scope of history and economics and government and geography. Geography is actually integrated into the curriculum, so it's not like a specific geography curriculum, but we do various geography projects and maps and study skills that integrate into what we're studying. For 7th grade world history, your students will need to have a notebook, and also we're going to be probably doing digital online notebooks. So we're going to be doing a mesh of digital notebooks and interactive notebooks. They'll need a notebook to keep their notes in and keep organized, and I'll help set them up at the beginning of the year with that. I also teach 8th grade U.S. history, and this is from beginning of U.S. history through the government, the economics, all the way until present day. We're actually doing something new at Mitchell Road for 8th grade U.S. history. There is this book right here, American History. We have 8 of these textbooks, but we're actually using an online curriculum. So your students at the very beginning of the year will get a code that they'll be able to access, and then we use that code in the classroom on the Chromebooks, and then also you can access that curriculum at home as well. And at home on that digital curriculum, it's kind of like having a textbook, but just you can flip through it, and there's interactive maps and questions and everything that kind of goes with that online curriculum. So that's going to be something different from last year till this year for your students for 8th grade. But it's really fun. We get to go over government all the way up till Vietnam and present day Cold War. My heart and love for social studies is great. I think social studies integrate so well into students and people everyday life, and enables students to participate in the world around them, to make informed decisions. I think especially for me as a believer, we're able to evaluate history in light of Scripture, which to me is so important to be able to look at it through the lens of what does the Bible say about this subject, and how do we analyze documents based on what we believe as believers. And also for history, for me, we can incorporate critical thinking. We can analyze documents, we can synthesize, and really incorporate so many different modalities into the classroom. And I think for me, I love making history come alive. So for me, I love doing activities and interactive activities, and even getting the kids up and moving, and just being able to experience history through fun, exciting eyes. If you walked into my classroom, you would see various probably activities going on. First would be direct instruction. The students need to have and develop skills for note-taking, especially as they're going into high school. I think that's very important to be able to develop becoming a better auditory learner. And also for those students that are kinesthetic learners and just visual learners, I love to do different activities and different ways to teach them, and not just one set way of teaching. So I want to make it fun and engaging for your students, but also practical and real world, and using critical thinking as well. The goal of assessments in my classroom is really obviously to see what the students know, to see what they've retained and understand and able to communicate. So there's a variety of tests, quizzes, projects, and even some oral presentations that they'll be doing to learn some public speaking skills, as well as homework. So homework for my classroom is actually probably lighter than some of the others. I want my homework to be very purposeful. So if it's not purposeful and purposefully driven towards something I want the students to know, they will not have written homework. But there will always be something to either study for a quiz, or study for a test, or study over notes. But as far as written daily homework, they're not going to see a ton of written daily homework. So if your students say, I don't have homework in social studies, a lot of times that may be right. My heart as a teacher is really well-driven communication with the parent. So please feel free at any time. If you have questions or concerns, or just want to talk to me, or something that doesn't have to do with social studies but a heart issue for your child, my door is always open. You're welcome to come before school, after school. You can also reach me by email, rburrow@mitchellroadchristian.org, or feel free to contact me through Sycamore or on the school's phone number. An overarching theme for me is I love your students. I care for their hearts. I care for their souls. I love joking with them and playing with them. And I think more than anything, to be an effective teacher, you really need to know those kids need to know you care about them and have a good, strong relationship with them. And so I hope that I develop that over time with your student, that they know when they walk into my classroom that we love to get work done, that we're effective teachers, but most importantly, that we care and love for your student and your child's heart more than anything else. So I hope you consider putting your kids at Mitchell Road Christian Academy. We would love to have you here.